great body weight chest exercise. The first thing you want to think about is keeping the elbows tucked in slightly. I always like to think about it like a triangle position, elbow head to elbow. So instead of elbows being flared out, they're just slightly tucked in, just wider than shoulders, okay? So there's a couple of different variations for your press up. To start with, I'd go for a box press position. So for this, you're in a box position, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. You're gonna rock forward slightly, touch the nose down to the floor, and bend the elbows. If that's a little bit tricky still, you can try it on a chair. So again, knees down, you're gonna bring your chest to the chair, elbows tucked in. If you're ready to move on, because that's a little bit easy, we can go into a diagonal press position. So I like to go from the toes and then just bend my knees. So you can see my torso is diagonal at this point. From here, we're going to bend the elbows, bring the nose down to the floor, keeping the abs nice and tight so we maintain that position. Again, if you need an option, raise the hands again and do the same thing. So hips are still diagonal, abs are tight, and I'm going to bring my chest to the chair every single time. Middle of the chest, so make sure it's not your neck or your chin. It's really easy to kind of accidentally end up doing this, okay? So we do want to make sure the hips are forward and it's the middle of the chest touching the chair. If you're ready for a progression, you can come up onto the toes. So exactly the same, hands just wider than the shoulders, bring down to the floor, press away. So again, we're trying to touch the nose down to the floor so we get that full range every single time. If you want to build up to that, then again, we can bring in our chair. So up on the tiptoes, abs nice and tight. We're going to bring the chest to the chair and drive back away. Chest to chair, drive away. All the time, I'm trying to keep my abs nice and tight. What we don't want to happen is this position. We want to always be drawing that belly button into the spine and keeping the abs nice and tight so we can always maintain that position throughout the press. Hope those tips help you to get a really good press up and get the most out of the exercise.